And here is actually a story from, yes, my sister came to visit, and she's not as enthusiastic about Disney as myself and my wife are. So she came down, to see the new place and kind of, be taken around. She doesn't really care for the parks as much. She doesn't like big crowds. So we kind of went to various different resorts and tried different restaurants and everything else. And last night, she came out of the restroom at the Grand Floridian Hotel, and she was chuckling, like really kind of like, I'm like, okay, obviously there's a story involved here, right? So I'm like, please do explain what just transpired in the actual restroom. And normally you get these kind of stories, I feel, more from the dude's restroom, like when little kids are trying to first use the urinal. Right. I had a situation where, a kid was like, I want to, use the urinal. And Dad's like, okay. And then he's, pants are down by the ankle. He's like, hey, no one wants to see your butt cheeks, that kind of thing. So what had transpired while my sister was using the restroom was a mom had said to her daughter, and I quote, well, if you have to poop, you should probably do it here. And then all of a sudden from the stall goes, Mom, because she's like, well, better here than in the park. There's probably a little bit more privacy in this restroom than in the restroom in the park. And the girl's like, but there's still people in the restroom. And so my sister had said at that point, because my sister's overhearing this, she's in the stall, and it's a stall next to her. The mom is talking to the daughter of like, poop here because it's a nicer bathroom than it's going to be in the park. And the mom did said, well, everybody does it. Like, don't be embarrassed. And my
That's
sister,
not the point. That's not the point.
And right, for the girl, it's not the point. It's like, Mom, why are you saying I should poop here? Like, I know when I need to poop. And my sister was going to respond, and I wish she had, from the stall of, your mom's not wrong. Everybody does it. Don't feel it. Like, I'm like, but she held back. She didn't want to like vocalize that because she didn't know if that'd be helpful or even more embarrassing for the poor child in question whose mother is telling her to get her poops out here because it's a nicer bathroom.
I think what your sister should have said was when the little girl said, there's still people in here, she should have said, no, there isn't.
Right, exactly. Just pull her feet up so like she looks like she's hovering. Like, no, there's not. There's no one else here. You feel free.
Yeah, and that's a weird thing. And, and as a parent, guilty as charged. You trying to instruct the hows and whens of bathrooms. Like, if we're going on a trip, take a bathroom break right now.
Yes, bathroom break.
You don't have to go. Yeah, you don't have to go. You don't have to go. What are you going to do?
Right. Yeah. Well, part of it too, though, is I think we've all been in that moment. For me, I've been very much a anti-public pooper for a majority of my life when out in public. And it is one of those things of, it's a private moment. And there are just times where you can't help it. And we all know that it happens, but you're hesitant in that moment because you don't want to be the person who, while they're there, is just destroying a toilet.
Oh my gosh.
How many times have you had that in a public restroom where you walk out chuckling, you're like, what happened? Like, I don't know what happened, but that guy destroyed, like someone's just destroying a bathroom in there.
I mean, there literally have been times where I just want to knock on the door and say, you probably need to get to a doctor because that's not okay.
That's not natural.
I don't know what.
Well, yeah.
That's like, it's sewage. I mean, it's what's going on with you, buddy?
There's the George Brett story that we've shared before. If you've never seen it, of him talking about the situation. There's the infamous, if people have not listened to us before or your first time listening, there's the infamous Chicago Cut story where I walked in like a crime scene and somehow was on the wall and someone's sock was there and pants were strewn in akimbo. But yeah, it's one of those things of, it's a very private thing, and when you're doing it in public, but then when you're instructed by your mom in front of people to be like, well, do it now because it's a nicer bathroom. It's like, well, I can't. It's not on a command. It's not like it's something. I mean, I'm not the dog. It's not like, all right, time to go outside and you better poo, or we're not gonna do it in the. It's like it comes when it comes, Mom. Seriously.